Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? Happy listening. And there's this wonderful, wonderful app called the Anchor app where you would never in a million years think that you can do a um, you can do podcasts for free from your cell phone because you think that you need also equipment and you don't. All you need is your cell phone, Wi-Fi, and just persistence. And there you go, a podcast, and you can be like the legendary podcast you see on YouTube, etc., etc. So join now and download the Anchor app in your Play Store, and happy listening, and go create something great.
Hey, what's going on, Freedomers? Uh, this podcast is going to be called The Preview. So, I had to learn that. Ew, that's a ton of time. That's interesting. I had to learn that life operates in previews. And I have a friend who secretly likes me. And every reading has ever exposed it. Every tarot card reader that I've talked to has exposed it. And she's doing the things that she's attracting in her life. Meaning she has people who like her but won't put in the work to really have her. And I realized she's doing the same thing with me. I'm the person she really loves and wants to be in love with, she wants to be my wife, but she won't really do the work that it takes to be the woman that I need her to be. And I realized what I also realized is going to take a lot of her clearing her own bullshit that I did not contribute to. Sure, I contribute to some pain and to some things that went on in her life, but she has to take deep ownership of the things that did not happen outside of me. And she's kind of playing like hide and go seek of some, I love him, but I'm not going to really say anything to him. And I've listened to over 30 plus readings on YouTube, and some resonated, some hit it on the spot, some hit it, some got close, etc., etc. And I've come to the summation that she's really not my woman. Because if I wanted her to be my woman, there'd be so much muck that I'd have to help her go through, that I'll get more tired of her than I am today about who she is and what she has to grow through. Because for her to be the woman that I need her to be for me, she's not in a willing place right now. And because she has an Aquarius Sun, Capricorn rising, she's more addicted to the status that I will bring than the actual work of the relationship that I want from her, that I would want. And because she knows, like readings have confirmed, because she knows that I'm going to be the most successful person that she has seen in her inner circle, it's like I want to be a part of that. And that's more what it's about than she actually loving me. So it's really not about the love of me. It's really about the love of status and the love of position. Because she knows I'll be able to put her in a position where she's able to do things that she could never do before. And the time will come. It's not even a matter of how or if. It's just a matter of when. That's where it's at. It's a matter of time. And because I'm still young, that time could be 30, and that's still perfect timing, because I'm not 40 I'm not catching up. I'm still ahead at 30. Let's say a multi-millionaire at 30. That's still ahead. You know, so because she's my south node of Capricorn, she's addicted to my status. And because right now I don't give her any status because she's looking for the validation of her family. She doesn't genuinely love me. Because if she genuinely loved me, she'd have been planting the seed, posing her shot, etc., etc. And she'd have been, doing whatever. And I get it. She said, like, many reasons said she's scared of rejection. And I said, and there was also another reason that said she's gonna pose her shot, and if you decline, at least she knew in her heart of hearts that she shot her shot. And when I decline her, because I will, I would tell her, you play too many games. You're not really wet. You're not just like her friends who like her, or her boyfriend that she's quote unquote dealing with right now. It's like you like the outcome of what our relationship will bring, but you're not really willing to do the consistent daily discipline of what it means to love me and for me to love you. And it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be and we only give each other what we give ourselves. So she's in no capacity ready to be my woman, because she has not thoroughly took any time to love herself. So because she has not thoroughly taken any time to love herself, there's nothing really she can there's nothing really she can give me, honestly. Honestly, there's nothing she can give me. And because I'm in a position where I've loved myself, not to where I want to be, but I've loved myself enough to put myself in a position where I'm self-sufficient. I'm doing what I need to do. I don't put up with nobody's bullshit. I pay my own bills. I'm grounded. I'm disciplined. I have a clear sense of mind. I just need to gain more clarity and let go of the bullshit. But outside of that, let go of the gunk in my life, do more releasing, and just intentionally building more positive habits. But outside of that, my life is simple. And she doesn't come in to say, how can I add, even as friends, I don't even see a future of friendship where it's like, how can I add more value to you? She doesn't do that. You know what she does? Like what she did last night? She says, how can I borrow some money? It's the only time she calls me, or and I think, to be honest with you, I think the only reason why she keeps our relationship alive is because I'm a resource to her. And because when shit hits the fan, she can call and say, hey, I need something, can you give it to me? And there's no real positive, strong value exchange. And every time I tell her that, she doesn't want to acknowledge. Just like when I texted her, I said, there's no reciprocation. And every time I tell her there's no reciprocation, she says nothing. And I'm like, and I you know what I'm accepting now? No response is a response. So that means she knows it's true, but she's not willing to do nothing about it. And what's crazy is that I want to call her now after this podcast and say, why do you feel comfortable asking for money? But when I tell you there's no reciprocation in our friendship, you don't want to answer. Does that make sense to you? You don't want to find ways you can contribute in an abundant amount of ways, but you can ask me for $20. And I think I'm gonna call her after this podcast and say, don't ask me for anything if you don't feel the need to reciprocate, because I don't like that. If you can't answer, hey, where's your reciprocation? Where's your contribute to want to keep asking for something that I work very, very hard for? I don't get my money from no easy labor. My body be torn up for $100 a day, standing in the cold for $37 an hour. For I like that, but standing in the cold for $18 an hour every day for 8 hours, working like a slave. So I said, and I'm gonna tell her from now going forward, this is just a boundary with me. If you don't find a way to contribute, don't ask me for nothing. Because you ask for money, but when I text you, hey, where's your reciprocation? Where's your contribution? You don't have an answer. Where's your initiation? And I don't mean that she said, I'll give you some food the other day. I said, that's cool, but I don't want that from you. That's cool and I appreciate it, but that's not consistent. And I mean in general. I mean on some like, yo, you ask me for help consistently, but you don't give me help consistently. And I said, I get it. We all have our downtime. We all have our emergency. There was times where I wanted to call her and say, hey, can I borrow this and the third? You know, because I was lost in the middle. No, we all have our down moments. You feel me? But, yo, you ask for help too many times and give so seldomly. You can't even call to ask how somebody's day is. And I just, you know what? I don't even want to call, because I know at the end of the day, she's not going to change. But I've had to learn, like, yo, the reason I call this preview is because there's so many readers that said she could be my wife, but she shows me no preview to the future. Like, what that means is, if you like, I want to, like, my seventh house is in Aquarius, and I say I have to marry my best friend. So if I'm your best friend, I automatically see, like, yo, I could see she'd be a great woman for me. And we take it to the next level. Or I could say, yo, she's my best friend. I don't even see that in our present. You're my best friend. I would love to be in a relationship with you. The only reason why, again, we would be in a relationship, because, like I told her before, it would be practical and it would be easy. You know, it'd be easy for me to do. But that easy, in all actuality, would be an illusion, because come to find out, you come with a whole lot of baggage. And I said, I want to text her, like, yo, in this 2022, if we're moving forward in any type of way, don't ask me for no money or no sense of help if you have not helped me momentarily before. Like, in other words, if you asked me for $20 last week, you can count on your hand 2 weeks before, or a week before, or 3 weeks before you helped me in a certain area. If you can't count on your hand in the past month, in the past 2 weeks, how you've helped me, don't ask me for help. because I don't want this relation to have a you only call me when you need something. I don't care for that anymore, and I will text her that. I just don't care for it anymore, because it's not fair to me. Because when I'm going down, no one asks me for help, and because I have a track record of helping you financially, mentally, emotionally, in the best way that I know how. I'm no therapist. And like an associate of mine told me many years ago, you are no therapist. And what she would say, in her words, you're a life coach. I'm not a therapist. I come here to give you solutions. I am no therapist. So I've come to the realization that when you want somebody, or so, like I said, it's a preview. Like when I say it's a preview, you see what could be next. You see that there could be a possible future with this person because of the way they treat you now. And I said, I don't see that with you. In fact, there's so little value for this friendship, for this friendship, I could call it that. There's so little value of this friendship. I don't even see a future for this friendship. So why would I make it more and be more intimate with you to get what in return? If I feel like I'm not getting anything in return off this friendship, if I don't see any, if I don't get any value from this friendship now, what the fuck would I give you more investment and say, hey, I want you to be my wife. Hey, remember I said earlier, she secretly likes me. Hey, I want you to be this. Hey, I want you to be that. Hey, I want you to be this. I said, you got me fucked up. We're not doing that. Because when it comes down to the shits and giggles, I'm not calling you for nothing. So, like I said to myself earlier, yo, I want to marry my best friend. Like, my best friend knows my fucking business. Like, when I'm sleeping with somebody, they know. When I'm about to pull up to somebody, like when she told me one time, because when I got told you that on another podcast, I use escorts or whatever, because I'm growing up. I don't want to do that right now. And I'd rather pay the cost to be the boss and do what I want to do. So I realized, I was like, yo, my best friend would know at 2 o'clock in the morning I'm about to get some booty. I'm at such and such place. And like when she said, tell me that out of protection. So if anything happens to you, I at least know where your location is. I said, yeah, not my best friend. I don't expect you to do that. And I'm not even gonna put her down as an emergency contact anywhere, unless it's like, I don't have nobody else. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, whatever. But like, more than likely, she's probably my only emergency contact because she's the only one up here who would have access to my family. But that's it. I realized that, like, yo, when you want to feel like for instance, success leaves clues, right? So because success leaves clues, the preview of the future comes when you're working in the present. Like, you could see the next step. You're working. But when you're not working, you don't see anything but the work. And sometimes the obstacle, because you ain't working. And tell her those new boundaries because I can't anymore. And I say I can't do that shit anymore because nobody looks out for me. And alhamdulillah, you know, the Most High and the ancestors always make sure I'm provided for. But I don't call a physical person to look out for me. I gotta have my back at all times. And that's why I actually have to get smarter, stronger, wiser. I have to affirm myself. I have to heal my own inner childhood wound because I ain't calling nobody if some shit goes down. And that doesn't mean I'm impenetrable, but I do my best to stay out the way. I do my best to mind my motherfucking business because, you know, only I got my own goddamn back. So, you know, so I do my best to mind my business. You feel me? So yeah, so yeah. So when you see no preview with somebody, yo, learn to distance yourself from the relationship or cut it off. And this is part one, but yeah, this I can't. It's wasteful. And again, it's the South North Capricorn of just being addicted to status, and it's sad, but it is what it is. And I just got to go into my North Node of Cancer of having, because like that Cancer means that emotional, that feminine, that motherly nature. I said, I wish women in my life would stop saying I'm looking for my mother. I ain't. My mother is not the type of woman I'd want in my life. No cap. In fact, I gotta list down the things that my mother was, and start getting the opposite. Because I don't want, my mother was emotionally unavailable, and I don't want that anymore. That shit is so. I had that. I'm dealing with the woman I'm talking about right now. She's emotionally unavailable. I don't want that. I want a woman who's emotionally available. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the one. I'm gonna say I'm emotionally unavailable, but I'm emotionally reserved. So I don't give a lot of people emotion and all this other shit. That ain't my strong suit. You know. So yeah, man. So you know, I'll be chilling. No cap. I'll be chilling, minding my business. So, because I be chilling, minding my business, I do my best to be like, yo, let me chill, because I'd be like, damn, they don't have the other ones that I want. I'd be chilling on my business because I just gotta, all I have is me. So I can't fuck around with no dumb shit, you know? I can't do the dumb shit, because if something falls, I gotta pick it back up. I gotta put all the pieces together. You know, that's why I mind my business. That's truly why I mind my business. Because if shit falls, I gotta clean up all the pieces. I don't have mommy and daddy say, hey, can you give me some extra money? Can you da-da-da-da-da-da for me? Like, no, I don't have that. I ain't going back home, but you know. So, like the other day when I spent time with this girl, I had to cut 2 days from work because I had the money to get there. I didn't have nobody to call and say, hey, you know, can I borrow money to get to work? I don't got that. I don't got a ride to get to work. You know? I don't got that shit. You know, and I see a butterfly. You know, I don't got none of that shit. No cap. I don't got none of that shit. You heard? So, that's why I just said that preview. When you have a preview with somebody, you see the future, bro. You see it. It's not easy. It's easy for you to see. It's easy for you to be like, yo, I would love to. It wouldn't be a second question. Why not? Let's try it. Dude, not because I'm bored, not because I don't have nothing to do, but because I'm genuinely, like, you enjoy their time, their energy, their presence. I don't do that with this person. I don't really enjoy their presence. I don't really enjoy their time. I don't really enjoy anything about them. You know, they're cool, they're good people, but I don't really enjoy that. So, yeah. That's the end of this podcast. Preview part 1.